Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered why those who are called to a higher purpose often experience some of the most intense battles with lust? It's a struggle that very few openly discuss, yet it's far more common than most realize. The reasons behind it are not only surprising but also deeply spiritual. If you've been fighting this silent battle and feeling overwhelmed, you're not alone. In fact, the Bible provides a powerful explanation for why this happens. Today, we're going to expose the truth behind this hidden struggle and uncover the deeper spiritual realities that are at play. Throughout the Bible, some of the most anointed and powerful individuals faced incredible temptations that, at times, led to their downfall. Consider King David, a man described as being after God's own heart, who gave in to the temptation of lust with Bathsheba, leading to devastating consequences. Or Samson, whose extraordinary strength and divine calling were overshadowed by his weakness for Delilah. Even today, those who are chosen by God are not spared from this struggle. But why is that? Why does it seem like those who have been set apart for something greater are the ones who face the strongest attacks in this area? This struggle is more than just human weakness. It is a calculated spiritual attack. The enemy is highly strategic in his warfare. He doesn't waste his energy on those who pose no threat to his kingdom. Instead, he targets those who carry an anointing, those with a divine mission, those who have the potential to bring light into darkness. The Bible makes it clear that spiritual warfare is very real. In Ephesians 6:12, it states, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." Lust is not merely a physical desire or a natural temptation. It is a direct assault on the purity, focus, and spiritual power of those chosen by God. The enemy understands that if he can corrupt the heart and mind of a chosen one, he can hinder or even delay their divine purpose. So why is this struggle so intense? What makes chosen ones particularly vulnerable to this type of attack? Let's break it down into 5 key reasons that might shock you. Being spiritually gifted doesn't just mean having a deep connection to God, it also means having a heightened awareness of the spiritual realm, including the enemy's tactics. The closer someone walks with God, the more the enemy tries to pull them away. Lust is one of the most powerful weapons in the enemy's arsenal. It's subtle, yet destructive. It doesn't just attack the body, it infiltrates the mind, the emotions, and even the soul. Many chosen ones find themselves experiencing overwhelming temptations, not because they are weak, but because they are spiritually aware. The enemy knows that if he can use lust to distract and entangle them, he can slow down or even completely derail their spiritual growth. Chosen ones are often set apart. They walk a path that few can truly understand. Their journey is unique, and at times, this means facing seasons of solitude. While isolation can be a time of deep spiritual growth, when there is no strong accountability or close spiritual connections, battles that should be fought in the open often become hidden struggles. Many chosen ones suffer in silence, feeling ashamed or unworthy because of the temptations they face. This secrecy makes it even harder to overcome, leading to cycles of guilt, shame, and repeated failure. The enemy thrives in isolation. He wants to keep chosen ones battling alone, thinking that no one else understands their struggle. But the truth is, this battle is more common than most people realize. The higher the calling, the more intense the warfare. Lust isn't just a natural human struggle. It is a spiritual attack designed to keep chosen ones distracted, drained, and distanced from God. Many powerful leaders, prophets, and spiritual warriors throughout history have fallen because they underestimated the power of this battle. The enemy knows that if he can trap a chosen one in lust, he can weaken their authority, dull their discernment, and make them question their own worthiness. He uses lust as a constant snare, knowing that even the strongest warriors can be brought down by their own fleshly desires. This is why many of the most influential spiritual leaders and anointed individuals face relentless temptation in this area. The greater the calling, the greater the attacks. Many chosen ones carry deep emotional scars, whether from rejection, abandonment, past heartbreaks, or childhood wounds. These unhealed areas become open doors for the enemy. When someone is emotionally vulnerable, lust presents itself as a counterfeit comfort, a temporary escape from pain. It offers a false sense of connection and intimacy, but in reality, it only deepens the wounds and creates more emptiness. Without inner healing, lust becomes a coping mechanism, a way to fill the void. This is why so many chosen ones find themselves in cycles of sin and shame, struggling to break free but constantly falling back into the same patterns. But true healing comes not from giving in to these temptations, but from allowing God to restore and heal those broken places. No matter how powerful someone's spiritual gifts are, they are still human. The flesh remains weak, and without consistent spiritual discipline, the battle against lust only intensifies. The Bible reminds us in Matthew 26:41, the spirit is willing. The greater the anointing, the greater the need for self-control. Without actively strengthening their spirit through prayer, fasting, and renewing the mind, chosen ones can easily find themselves falling into patterns of lustful thoughts and behaviors. The enemy understands this. He will attack at moments of weakness, when someone is tired, stressed, lonely, or discouraged. This is why spiritual discipline is not just important, it's essential. Breaking free and overcoming the battle. Lust is a battle that many chosen ones fight in secret, but victory is absolutely possible. Through spiritual discipline, accountability, and inner healing, this struggle can be overcome. God's power is always greater than the enemy's attacks. The key is recognizing the battle for what it is, a spiritual war, and preparing accordingly. So, what about you? Have you ever faced this struggle? What strategies have helped you stay strong in your spiritual walk? Let's talk about it in the comments. Your testimony might help someone else who is silently fighting this battle. If you found this video insightful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.